Alright, let's continue. So, Tesh.
I'm sorry if I was rude
Yeah,
to you before.
let's go over to Alaric Store and see if he now can sell us some stuff.
Look who's here. I heard all about what you did to those Tevincers. Nice work. Of
Nice,
course.
nice.
Just keep it quiet.
Yeah, I'll keep it quiet. Anyway, let's sell you all of this stuff that I don't need. Might as well sell the Imperial Edge. All of this stuff. So much ice and fire arrows. Let's sell them. Might as well sell the fire arrows to the excess. So all of that stuff you can take. I can take these as well. Nice, nice. Sell. Sell. Sell, 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 sell. Might as well sell all of this stuff. There we go. Now,
Yes.
yeah, let's go turn in all the quests, the side quests. And then we'll do the Landsmeet. So yeah. That's all the alienage stuff. So let's move on. So the Landsmeet is gonna be interesting. Basically the Landsmeet is it's a debate where you have to debate against low gain and gain the support of the Ferelden nobles. And like I've explained before, I believe you can gain the support by doing chores for certain nobles, like how we helped or like how we saved those prisoners from our house dungeons. So that helps that cause. Also, there are other more subtle things that you can do as well.
A little something extra for friendship.
Thank you. Now that we turned in the last Mage Collective quest, we can do Defending the Collective. Which means we have to go bring this item that we just received to Knight Commander Harith, I believe, in order to protect the Collective, or we can turn the Collective into Knight Commander Tavis. That's another option as well, but we're not gonna do that. So like I was saying, you need the support of the nobles. And in order to win the Landsmeet, basically. And by winning the Landsmeet, I mean that we gain the support of the nobles. By the way, have I done all of this stuff? I think I have. So let's turn in these quests.
Your efforts are greatly appreciated.
Thanks, bud.
Your efforts are greatly appreciated.
Thank you.
All right.
So now we can take the last mission, a change in leadership. So that quest requires us to kill...
Well, I didn't say I was shedding any tears over his passing.
have we... Yeah.
He never was any friend of mine.
Yeah, like I was saying, the last Irregulars quest requires us to assassinate the Blackstone Irregulars leader, so in order so that the leader's son may take over. The son doesn't like his father's policies when it comes to leading the Blackstone Irregulars, so he wants to take over.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Alright, let's turn in the other
In the
quest.
bleak seasons, the song always sounds the sweetest. For what is faith without hardship?
Nice, and that's all those quests done, so now we have to do the Blackstone Irregulars and the Mage Collective ones. So here's Raynor, Rylnor Hawkwind, who is the leader of the Blackstone Irregulars, so we're gonna talk to him.
Ah, Warden, we finally meet. I know why you're here. Talran sent you. My own son wants me dead. Well, I suppose I should be proud that I bred in him such ambition.
Why would he want you dead?
He is an ambitious child. hungry for the guild to be the way it was in his grandfather's day, a violent band bolstered by secret funding from the nobility. He disagrees with my belief that we can make our way without such backroom dealing. We can, instead, work with honor and integrity.
I happen to agree with you.
I appreciate you saying that, Warden. It's good to know that my beliefs are shared by someone of your station. I have wrestled with my own emotions about my son for some time, in fear that I may have to turn a blade on him myself. But I cannot bring myself to do it. Kill my own son. Even if it's what's best for my men.
I could take care of him for you.
I ache even discussing this, but Tauren has killed his opponents and bullied my men. It has to stop. Challenge him to a duel and defeat him. Return to one of our posts, and I will reward you.
Consider it done.
As much as I appreciate your help, I cannot see you after the deed is done. Despite everything, you will still be the one who killed my son. Last I heard, he was headed toward Lothering. You should find him there. Come, men. Evil thoughts make me thirsty for ale.
So yeah, we could be lazy and kill this guy. Well, if we wanted to support this guy's son, we could kill him here. There would be a fight. Or we can go kill his son and ensure that the Blackstone irregulars are led by an honorable man. But anyway, we have to go to Redcliffe village in order to turn in the collective's mage collective side quest. So we're gonna go over there. But first we're gonna run into Theron Hawkwind, who is Rylnor's son.
My friend. Look, everyone, it's our Grey Warden associate. Do you have business with me?
I spoke with your father.
I thought you might. Did he tell you about honor and integrity? About my evil plans to conquer the guild? His beliefs are outdated and destructive. Since I put my plans in place, this guild has blossomed. We are better funded and better equipped than ever. You were part of that. Stopping his supply chains, bribing nobles in Denerim. Take pride, my friend. We are remaking the irregulars into a political force.
So all the helping I did for the irregulars have been so this guy can take over. You have to die.
You're entitled to your opinion, but I think my men might disagree with you. Men, to me!
So we're gonna kill this guy. Long story short, of course. So what we wanna do here is that we wanna... Can we fight behind these guards? We probably can. That will eliminate any ranged enemies. Alright, so I don't think anyone can attack me now. So let's do Cliff of War Repulsion, so that wind doesn't have to be surrounded in such way. So let's give Zevran, let's do Mass Rejuvenation first, followed with Group Heal. Group Heal. Where's the Group Heal button? There. What are you doing, by the way, Leliana? You should probably go over here. Let's do War Cry. Nice. Finally we can get some shooting going on here. Shattering Shot. Do Shattering Shot.
Ready.
And let's I can actually kill this guy with wind. Stonefist Petrify. He's dead. Nice. There's Tauren High Wind. Now I can take Zevran. I still have not right high rate. What? There we go. A nice paralyzed proc.
Good shot.
Nice.
Where do I go?
And that's that. Blackstone irregulars are now in firm control of this guy's father, who is, in my opinion, the better choice when it comes to leadership.
Yes.
Let's loot the bodies. And then we can leave all the way to Redcliffe.
All right.
There we go. By the way, we should put haste on so I can run faster. There we go. Haste is pretty amazing. Too bad it drains stamina. Or mana. From win. In combat at least.
And here you are again. More generosity from my friends at the Collective.
I have a package for you from the Mages Collective.
Oh? Oh, yes, of course. I'll see to this matter personally. Consider it handled, my friend. And good day.
So yeah, now the collective are safe from Chantry scrutiny, basically. So they can do their mage business without Templar interference. So there's a Blackstone irregular guy here, so I can go report to him about what just transpired at the wilderness. The irregulars, thank you, and we have no more quests for the collective, and all we have to do now is return this quest to the collective representative. And then we are ready to begin the Landsmeet, which is the point of no return. Basically, you can no longer access Orzammar, Circle Tower, or any other areas in the game. So yeah. Anyway, how much Oak Branch did I buy? Let's actually take Leliana off for a minute. Alright, yeah. Alright, I bought the Magister Lord staff. Alright, yeah, never mind. Forgot a couple of things. Yeah, anyway, let's go to Denerim. It's a long way. You know, it's like 2 days. Well, maybe it's maybe a three days march, or two days to 3 days march from Redcliffe to Denerim, at least according to the in-game lore or the distances. So, alright, I have to go to the Mages Collective first. So yeah, I've wasted a lot of time, like 4 days of travel time, while the Landsmeet thing is being prepared. But of course, such things would take a lot of time, considering that all parties wanna be ready.
Client is very pleased. Come back soon.
Wanna be ready for everything. So that's it. We've done all of the side quests, at least as far as I'm aware of all of the side quests. So now we have to report our findings to our Lehman about the elven slavery and how Loghain has been neck deep in that stuff, because slavery is illegal, at least in Ferelden. In the winter it is allowed. The winter mages are allowed slavery, but not in civilized. Well, the winters are civilized, but they have a different culture when it comes to their country. So yeah. Anyway, let's actually go talk to maybe I can talk to Anora. Just ensure that we have done all the...
I have spoken with Alistair. Perhaps
all right.
his mad betrothal won't be quite the curse it first seemed.
Alright, so the betrothal is set.
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Ask away.
I have some questions.
Of course.
Never mind. Alright, so I guess we are done. Have I given the Grey Warden shield to Alistair? Have I been to the Grey Warden vault? I have, right? I went into the Grey Warden vault. I must have sold the shield, right? I can't remember if I went to the vault. Notes. Items. I can't remember. Fuck. Did I went to the vault? Be right back. I have to check if I went to the vault. Alright, from the look of things, I haven't been. I checked some of my earlier videos that I recorded and I couldn't find that I had visited the vault. I probably haven't, so I have to go check that out. God damn it. Let's take Alistair, Lelian and Wayne, whatever. God damn it, how could I forget? Well, we didn't lose anything, I forgot, but if you don't go get it now, you will miss it. There's actually a important gift for Alistair in the Grey Warden vault. Let's put haste on. So yeah, you definitely want to get that. If you haven't gotten enough approval on Alistair at least. But we have maxed out approval with him, so that's fine. So yeah, we haven't been here. So yeah, the Grey Warden vault. So there's Duncan's shield. That's the gift that we can give to Alistair. And there's some other loot here. What we can sell for gold. So let's give the shield to Alistair right now. Duncan's shield.
This shield, it's Duncan's, isn't it? That's his crest.
You said you wanted something to remember him by.
I did. I really did. I just never expected. Thank you. Truly, I had no idea his shield wasn't with him. This is perfect. I don't know how else to express my gratitude. This means a great deal to me. I can't believe you remembered it at all.
Of course I remembered.
I'll treasure this. Thank you.
Nice. So Alistair got the Duncan shield, but we don't need him to use it. We can use Kaelan's shield. So yeah. That's that. Now we can get out and sell all of the gear that we just looted. Nice. And now we can begin the Landsmeet, right? These chests over here, by the way, that I haven't been able to open because I haven't found the key. They are for a rogue quest. So if your character is a thief, you have access to quests that are rogue specific or thief specific. So that's why I cannot open those chests with this warrior character. So Axe of the Grey, Cell, we don't need any of this stuff. Our weapons are fine as they are. And 2 dexterity helmet, not that bad. Everything else we can sell, including the Duncan shield. Alright, now we are ready to begin the Landsmeet. Alright. So, how the Landsmeet works is that it's a debate, so I have to say the right things and have done the right things in the past. So, since that we have completed all the side quests for the nobles and whatnot, We have also managed to convince Anora to marry Alistair, so we will win the Landsmeet by default, regardless of what we say. But you don't have to do any of those quests. It's enough that you say the right things to win the Landsmeet. I'm gonna go.
There you are. I was about to send out a search party. I've been hearing of a great commotion in the alienage. What exactly happened there?
And I'm gonna go more into detail about the Landsmeet once we start it. I have proof Logain was involved in slave trading.
Make her forgive me. I should be appalled that such a thing could exist here. But I'm overjoyed you can implicate Logain. We must end the civil war quickly. What the Blight does not corrupt in this land, politics surely will. The last of our allies have arrived in the city. We cannot delay any longer. I will call for the Landsmeet to convene. Bring Alistair and join me at the palace as soon as you are ready, Warden.
Hell yeah. Alright, so we are gonna go do the Landsmeet immediately. So, yeah. Estate exterior. So Alistair is a lock in our party, so we have to take him. But we can take... Let's take Ogren. And who else I could take? Maybe Win.
Yes.
The Landsmeet. I wanted to take Ogren because I kinda wanna max his approval. Maybe he can get some approval from the Landsmeet. Oh right, I don't have a rogue. But I don't think I need a rogue because... Yeah, I don't think I need a rogue here. Yeah. So we just now leave the market district and we travel to the royal palace, I believe, where the Landsmeet is gonna be held. There, royal palace.
Warden, I am not surprised it has come to this. And Alistair, if you were even remotely worthy of being called Maric's son, you would already be in the Landsmeet, now wouldn't you? You have torn Ferelden apart to oppose the very man who ensured you were born into freedom. But do not think you will get past me to desecrate the Landsmeet itself. The nobles of Ferelden will confirm my lord as regent, and we can finally put this to rest once you are gone.
So, Sir Catherine will try to stop us from getting to the Landsmeet. She will either... You can persuade her to stand down, or you will have to kill her in order to get past her. And killing her is preferable if you wanna collect all the codex entries, because she's carrying a unique two-handed sword called a summer sword. And once you loot it, it has a codex entry of its own. But I don't wanna do that, so I'm gonna try to persuade her. And this is probably the hardest persuasion check in the game that you have to pass in order to get her to stand down. Because she is utterly loyal to Logain. But unlike Logain, Sir Catherine isn't evil. She's more of a neutral type of character, a lawful neutral type of character, so she can see reason if we have evidence to support it. Do you really not see what Logain has become?
I'm aware that he has changed. It has been difficult for him to realize his own countrymen would turn against him. I'm not surprised he is bitter. But he is still a great man, one of the best Ferelden has seen.
To support his war, he sold his own people into slavery.
What was he supposed to do? You and Eamon were harassing him at every side, forcing him to empty the treasury to fight you. He never wanted a civil war. After Kaelin died, everyone was supposed to rally, come together to fight the Darkspawn without crying to Orlais for aid. He never anticipated Neric's bastard would challenge the throne and force this war.
What do you mean empty the treasury to fight me? I'm just one guy and my companions. You mean you purchased an army to fight me? Or was the grow fee so much that it cost all of your treasury? Okay, how do you justify letting Arl Howe torture his subjects?
You think war is simple, don't you, Warden? You only fight monsters. No one sheds a tear over the death of an ogre. Torture is an ugly business. But sometimes it's the only way to learn what your enemy intends. And it is much harder to tell who the enemy is when all of them look like you.
How can you support the man who killed your king?
Fine, you're right. What would you have me say, Warden? Loghain is a great man, but his hatred of Orlais has driven him to madness. He has done terrible things. I know it. But I owe him everything. I cannot betray him. Do not ask me to.
Alright, so I can either intimidate her or persuade her. And we're gonna persuade her, because we have max coercions, we should be able to do it. Then let me stop him. You know it's the only way.
I wish I had died at Ostagar rather than live to see this moment. Stop him, Warden. Stop him from betraying everything he once loved. Please, show mercy. Without Loghain, there would be no Ferelden to defend.
Yep. And that's that. So all we have to do now is enter the Landsmeet chamber.
All right.
My lords and ladies of the Landsmeet, Tyrn Loghain would have us give up our freedoms, our traditions, out of fear. He placed us on this path, yet we should place our destiny in his hands? Must we sacrifice everything good about our nation to save it?
A fine performance, Aemon. But no one here is taken in by it. You would attempt to put a puppet on the throne, and every soul here knows it. The better question is who will pull the strings. Ah! Here we have the puppeteer. Tell us, Warden, how will the Orlesians take our nation from us? Will they deign to send their troops, or simply issue their commands through this would-be prince? What do they offer you? How much is the price of Ferelden honor now?
So, here's the first argument that you have to present. So, in the Landsmeet, you have to get 5 points of approval from the nobles in order to win the Landsmeet. And Anora is worth 3 points, so just having her support can win you the entire Landsmeet. And it works both ways. If Anora supports Loghain, he gains 3 points, or we don't get the points at all. So we have to get 5. So by we have convinced Anora to support us. We also have the support of at least 2 nobles, mainly the sister of that Templar and the son of that other noble that I forgot. So there's already 5, so regardless of what we say, we can win this debate. But we can still gather support from other nobles here by saying the right things. So if we say the Blight is the threat here, not Orlais, I believe we gain a support of at least 1 additional noble.
There are enough refugees in Mybanor now to make that abundantly clear.
The South has fallen, Loghain. Will you let Darkspawn take the whole country for fear of Orlais?
The Blight is indeed real, Wolf. But do we need Grey Wardens to fight it? They claim that they alone can end the Blight, yet they failed spectacularly against the Darkspawn at Ostagar. And they asked to bring with them 4 legions of Chevaliers. And once we open our borders to the Chevaliers, can we really expect them to simply return from whence they came?
Alright, so if we accuse Loghain of desertion, or leaving Galen to die, that's not gonna get us anywhere. We have to reveal what Logan has done in Denerim. We have to have proof of the things we say. We have proof about his dealings with the Tevinter slavers. So let's say that thing. You sold Ferelden citizens into slavery to fund your war.
What's this? There is no slavery in Ferelden. Explain yourself. There is no saving the alienage. Damage from the riots has yet to be repaired. There are bodies still rotting in their homes. It is not a place I would send my worst enemy. There is no chance of holding it if the Blight comes here. Despite what you may think, Warden, I have done my duty. Whatever my regrets may be for the elves, I have done what was needed for the good of Ferelden.
So Logain has basically written off the elves. Okay. So we can get additional support, especially from the Grand Cleric, the Chantry, by revealing that Logain is responsible for the poisoning of Arl Eamon by using the apostate blood mage Joan. Was sending an apostate to poison Eamon your duty as well?
I assure you, Warden, if I were going to send someone, it would be my own soldiers. I would not trust to the discretion of an apostate.
Indeed, my brother tells a very different tale. He says you snatched a blood mage from the Chantry's justice. Coincidence?
Do not think the Chantry will overlook this, Terran Logain. Interference in a Templar's sacred duties is an offense against the Maker.
Whatever I have done, I will answer for later. At the moment, however, I wish to know what this Warden has done with my daughter.
Alright. So all of these options here are not really good, but it doesn't matter what you say here as long as Anora supports you. So let's say we're discussing your crimes here.
You took my daughter, our queen, by force, killing her guards in the process. What arts have you employed to keep her? Does she even still live?
I believe I can speak for myself. Lords and ladies of Ferelden, hear me. My father is no longer the man you know. This man is not the hero of Riverdane. This man turned his troops aside and refused to protect your king as he fought bravely against the Darkspawn. This man seized Kaelin's throne before his body was cold and locked me away so I could not reveal his treachery. I would have already been killed, if not for this Grey Warden.
The Queen speaks the truth.
So, the Warden's influence has poisoned even your mind, Anora. I wanted to protect you from this.
My lords and ladies! Our land has been threatened before! It's been invaded and lost and won times beyond counting. We Fereldans have proven that we will never truly be conquered so long as we are united. We must not let ourselves be divided now. Stand with me, and we shall defeat even the Blight itself!
Southreach stands with the Grey Wardens.
The Warden helped me personally in a family matter.
Waking Sea stands with the Grey Warden.
Dragon's Peak supports the Warden!
The Western Hills throw their lot in with the Wardens. Make her help us.
I stand by Logain. We've no hope of victory otherwise.
I stand with the Warden. The Blight is coming. We need the Grey Wardens.
So yeah, the one noble that was with Logain, he's gonna be with Logain regardless. So yeah, we pretty much won by a landslide. The Landsmeet is against you, Logain. Step down gracefully.
Traitors! Which of you stood against the Orlesian Emperor when his troops flattened your fields and raped your wives? You fought with us once, Eamon. You cared about this land once. Before you got too old and fat and content to even see what you risk. None of you deserve a say in what happens here. None of you have spilled blood for this land the way I have. How dare you judge me?
So we can start a brawl here, or we can settle this honorably, and this means a duel. So call off your men and we'll settle this honorably.
Then, let us end this. I suppose we both knew it would come to this. When we first met at Ostagar, I would never have thought so, but Ostagar seems like it happened in another lifetime to someone else. A man is made by the quality of his enemies. Marek told me that once. I wonder if it's more a compliment to you or me. Enough! Let the Landsmeet declare the terms of the duel.
It shall be fought according to tradition. A test of arms, in single combat until one party yields. And we, who are assembled, will abide by the outcome.
Will you face me yourself, or have you a champion?
So here I can decide who will fight against Loghain in a duel. So I will do it, or you can have Alistair do it, or you can have Ogren do it, or Wynn do it. So in order to ensure the marriage between Alistair and Honora, I want to make sure that Alistair has no part in this duel whatsoever. So I'll do it myself. I'll fight this duel myself.
It is you or me the men will follow. So, let us fight for it. Prepare yourself.
Oh shit, it's loud. Fuck. Alright, so I will. So let's fight. Let's do war cry. Nice. Weaken him a bit. And let's start doing our shit. So Logan can be difficult for a character who doesn't have heavy armor, because he hits quite a lot, but of course if you have a lot of dodge and other evasive stuff, you can beat him quite easily actually. And that's that. Oh, never mind. Let's do precise striking.
Wonderful. I underestimated you, Warden. I thought you were like Kalen, a child wanting to play at war. I was wrong. There's a strength in you that I have not seen anywhere since Marek died. I yield.
Alright, so here's I can kill him. Or I can accept his surrender. So I'll accept his surrender. I accept your surrender.
I didn't just hear you say that. You're going to let him live? After everything he's done? Kill him already!
Wait, there is another option. Batean is a warrior and general of renown. Let him be of use. Let him go through the joining.
Alright, so Alistair wants Loghain dead, and Riordan wants to induct him into the Grey Wardens. You want to make him a warden? Why?
There are 3 of us in all of Ferelden, and there are compelling reasons to have as many wardens on hand as possible to deal with the Archdemon.
The joining itself is often fatal, is it not? If he survives, you gain a general. If not, you have your revenge. Doesn't that satisfy you?
Absolutely not! Riordan, this man abandoned our brothers and then blamed us for the deed. He hunted us down like animals. He tortured you! How can we simply forget that?
Alright, so here's where we have to do a choice. So in order to get the best outcome we want, or when our game ends, we'll have to execute Loghain. And of course this will upset Honora greatly, but because we have secured we have secured her support in marrying Alistair and everything. She will not be happy, but she will still she should still agree to the marriage despite all of this. But if we put him through the joining, Alistair will be angry at us, but he will still agree to become king and marry Anora, but we will lose Alistair as a party member, because Alistair will stay to see to his kingly duties. And Loghain will survive the joining ritual, and he will replace Alistair as a party member. And then you have a whole new companion where you can have dialogue with Tern Loghain and basically gain more insight into his motives on why he did what he did when it comes to abandoning Caelan and whatnot. Also, you may have noticed during the journey that some of the vendors sell maps of different kinds as gifts. These maps are gifts specifically for Tern Loghain. He enjoys maps. But we will execute Loghain because this will keep Alistair as our party member, and we want to do that. No, Loghain has to die for his crimes.
You can't do this. My father may have been wrong, but he is still a hero to the people.
Anora. Hush. It's over.
Stop treating me like a child. This is serious.
Daughters never grow up, Anora. They remain 6 years old with pigtails and skinned knees forever.
Father.
Just make it quick, Warden. I can face the Maker knowing that Ferelden is in your hands.
Well, at least he accepts his fate gracefully. Alright, so if we let Alistair do the deed, Anora will become greatly upset and she will refuse to marry Anora, which means that Anora will die as well and Alistair will rule alone. So if I do it, Anora will agree to the marriage and everything will be fine. But if you can actually marry Anora yourself and become quote-unquote king. But if you do the execution here, Anora will refuse to marry the main character. So whoever does the killing, Anora will refuse to marry. So make sure you ensure that you execute Loghain with the right character. So very well. Damn! Unnecessarily brutal. And there goes Anora's father.
So it is decided. Alistair will take his father's throne.
I accept this decision. I will be king, if the Landsmeet will have me.
I'm afraid it's not so simple as that, Alistair.
I hardly think you're the appropriate person to mediate this, Anora. Warden, will you help us?
So yeah, this is kind of weird dialogue, because I have convinced both Alistair and Anora to marry, but during this dialogue they both try to make cases for themselves why they should be queen or king. So let's talk to Alistair first.
I hope your route is clear.
Just to talk, alright? What makes you a better choice than Anora? This dialogue is so weird because they have agreed to marry.
I can do this. I may not know politics the way she does, but I know what needs to be done. I can get our armies marching toward the Blight. She only cares about having power.
And you're willing to give up your freedom?
If that's the price of ending the Blight, it's my duty as a Grey Warden.
Do you think you're ready to be king?
As ready as anyone ever is, I suppose. Which is to say, yes, I'm ready.
What do you think I should do?
Make me king. Anora isn't an option.
You seem so certain.
Shouldn't I be? You're the one who convinced me to take a stand after meeting Goldana. I can do this.
So yeah, you get this dialogue if you have hardened Alistair. And you can harden Alistair during his companion quest by saying certain things to Alistair. I want to talk to Anora as well.
Certainly.
What makes you a better choice than Alistair?
Surely that's not a serious question. I have been the ruler of this nation in all but name for the last 5 years. I can lead Ferelden. Alistair can't. If you give him the crown, then you've only brought us a brief pause in the civil war. It will resume again at the first opportunity, and it won't end until a new dynasty holds power.
This is so funny, considering that they are gonna marry. You don't know that. He'll have my help and Eamon's.
And he'll need it. He can't hold the throne on his own, and every soul here knows it. Opportunists will forever be watching him, waiting to grab power.
Are you prepared for this? Are you sure it's what you want?
I have never had the smallest doubt.
Who do you think I should choose?
Warden, there's no doubt on this subject. Alistair would be a disastrous king. I can lead Ferelden. I have proven this.
Alright, I'm ready to choose.
As the arbiter of this dispute, what is your decision? Who will lead Ferelden?
And here if you haven't been able to convince Anora and Alistair to marry, there's only two choices, Alistair or Queen Anora. And you know, if you choose Queen Anora, Alistair is not gonna be upset. He's just gonna continue being a Grey Warden and being your companion. And maybe even slightly relieved that he's not gonna be a king. And now if you pick Alistair, Queen Anora is gonna be upset, and her fate, she will either die, or I don't remember what's gonna happen, but yeah, she's gonna be greatly upset. But since we have the best of both worlds, we have convinced them to marry, so yeah. I believe Alistair and Anora plan to marry and she'll join and rule jointly. Whatever discussion we just had before, it was all a show, just to create a tension in this boring little gathering.
We do. I believe this is what King Merrick wanted. To see his blood tied to my father's, to begin a new line of Ferelden.
Jokes on you guys.
I may be Merrick's son, but I am also a Grey Warden. I took an oath. I swore I would stand and fight the Darkspawn, no matter the cost to myself. I can't break that oath just to wear the crown. I have to go with my fellow Warden to face the Blight.
Until then, I shall stay in Denerim and rule in my husband's absence, as I did for Kaelin. But I trust Alistair shall reach a more heroic ending.
Better.
My fellow Grey Warden will, I hope, take Loghain's place as the leader of my armies. Shall we finish this thing together?
We will beat this blight, as Kaelin dreamed.
Everyone, get ready to march. It's going to take all of Ferelden's strength to survive this blight. But we will face it, and we'll defeat it!
Ferelden is depending on you all.
Anora got over her father's death quite quickly. So yeah, that's that business done. Successful Landsmeet.
You made me king. After all this is over with, they're actually going to put me on the throne. I'm going to be the king.
So yeah, anyway, if you lose the Landsmeet to Loghain, there's just gonna be a brawl where you and your companions will fight against Loghain and his supporters. It's just a big brawl in the Royal Palace Hall. But because we won, we managed to just survive with a simple duel. So anyway, congratulations on your engagement, by the way.
Oh, thanks. That should be interesting, shouldn't it? I suppose there are worse things that could happen to me other than becoming king and being hitched up to a beautiful woman. And Nora probably thinks she'll just be able to push me off to the side. But I'm not that person anymore. She won't be able to walk all over me. This was always a possibility. I always feared it, but maybe there's nothing to fear. I might actually make a good king. You never know. I tell you what, though. I'll make a far better king if I have the right people by my side to help me once I'm on the throne. People like you.
By the way, if you are playing a human female noble and you romance Alistair, you can actually become a queen by marrying Alistair and having Alistair become king. And of course you cannot convince Alistair to marry Anora and whatnot, but you can actually become a king and queen pair. That's actually pretty nice that the game allows you to do that. There's a lot of different endings into this game, depending on those small choices. If you want me there, of course I will.
Good. Then it's settled. Arleman has left for Redcliffe. He says the army has gathered there and is almost ready to march. As soon as we're ready, we should head to Redcliffe ourselves. The Blight awaits, right?
Yep. Alright, so here we are. So let's go talk to Arleman one last time before we do the final battle. It's the final chapter of the game and the ending of the game also. So Anora is no longer here. She is preparing to do something. And Alistair is no longer here either, but I believe... Oh no, Arleman and Riordan are here. Okay, alright, so I guess I can talk to Arleman once I get to Redcliffe, I suppose. So anyway, I think there is nothing else to do here. We can prepare to go to Redcliffe and end the game, so see you next time.